Hi everyone. I hope that everyone has paid attention to the prior warnings that I put up for this video, because it's not going to be one of normal nature for me, but it should be. Yesterday, or today, whichever part of the media you care to pay attention to, was or is National Childhood Cancer Awareness Day. The month of September was delegated to us last year by our lovely president as National Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. And they've gone back and forth, and if you do a search on the internet, you'll find out that some people say it's the 12th, some people say it's the 13th. It was originally put up as the 13th, but I think some people complained that it may eventually fall on Friday the 13th, and God, we can't have that, so we have to change the day to the 12th. So officially, I'm not exactly sure which day they are calling, but it was either yesterday or today. Not that that makes much of a difference, the confusion in the day, because the day itself and this entire month seems to absolutely make no difference whatsoever to most people in this world. There's no banner changed on Yahoo for our children who have cancer. There's no postage stamp for them. There's no telethon on TV to raise money to support kids who have cancer. There's nothing. There's silence, which is probably part of the reason why I'm so extremely pissed off. I have a child who has leukemia. Most of you know that. If you don't, then welcome to my world. And there's nothing. There's not much help for anything from anywhere. But yet, children with blood cancers lose their lives more frequently than any other thing on the face of this earth. Children under the age of 19. Is that not a number that reaches anybody's common sense? Because to me and my entire family and the people who are close to us, it's phenomenal. It's astronomical. It's so far out there that none of us can understand why the funds are not there to help do research, that some of us people who have children with blood cancers work so hard on a daily basis doing things like raising funds to support finding a cure for leukemia. And oh yeah, that's another thing I will just go ahead and go off about. People, there is no cure for leukemia. I don't care what the medical profession says. I don't care how many news media people you hear say the word cure. It pisses me off every single time I hear the word cure in the same sentence as leukemia. There is no cure for leukemia. There's only remission, and remission is not a cure. Sometimes the word remission is more like a curse, because what people don't understand is, although your child has been through so much to reach the point that they've gotten to remission, once they're there, you don't know. You have to live every single stinking lousy day of your life, no matter how positive you try to be, just wondering if tomorrow or today is going to be that day that you wake up and your child is out of remission again. And you have to go right back and start at plan A and do everything all over again, and only hope that you don't lose your child again. Those are the sickening realities of what people who have children with blood cancers live with every single day. I come on here and I am probably one of the most guilty people because la 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 la, and TJ's feeling okay today, and yeah, we have $3 million worth of medical debt, but oh well. No. And most of the time I do try to keep it positive, and I am pretty good at keeping it positive. I don't like to boo-hoo. I don't like to complain. I don't like to ask for things, which our family doesn't. But I can promise you this much. Any of you out there with children who are not sick, anybody that has never been affected by blood cancer in their family or someone close to them that they love, you have no clue. You can say you're sorry, which we don't like to hear because it's not your fault and you didn't do it. And quite honestly, most people should be sorry because they just don't stand up and do anything. For the love of the future of our existence belongs to our children. And we're just letting them get wiped out every single day. Because nobody stands up. Nobody fights. Nobody wears the bracelets. Nobody says, you know, we're not going to take this. Nobody wants to write the letters. Nobody wants to contact the media. Nobody wants to hear the yucky side of the fact that, you know, kids have cancer and that they're sick. They only want to hear the foo-foo, fee-faw stuff of, oh yeah, he's a wonderful kid, he's collecting hats in the name of yada yada, and he's going to pass them out to other kids, and yes, that's great, and yes, it is. But TJ's point behind that, and our family's point behind that, is we're trying to get this stuff put on the map. On this planet, somewhere. Because obviously, it isn't. It isn't. We've got a whole month dedicated to childhood cancers, and nobody does shit. There's nothing. Small people like me, who are out there trying to do stuff, people like Mandy, who are out there trying to raise money for the Leukemia Society, but nobody is paying attention. But heck, let me ask you a question, okay? When it comes down to the who's screwing who in politics or on the TV set, or which football player threw that touchdown, or which basketball player scored that goal, or which hockey player shot that winning score into the net, it's all over the newspapers. They're getting paid millions and billions of dollars to play sports. Meanwhile, our families and our kids are suffering. So, if you've not stopped and thought about it, please do. And don't just stop and think about it. Do something. Go give blood. Go give platelets. Some of you probably don't even know what platelets are. Maybe some of you do, because there are some people who are my subscribers who've paid attention, and they're there because they really do care, and they really are good people. And I'm not trying to call people who aren't doing anything bad people. But if you don't, eventually, somewhere, it's going to touch your life. It did mine. For 14 years, I had a son who was completely healthy. And yes, I thanked God every single day of my life for that. And then, one day, bam, he's not healthy anymore. It completely devastates people. We've stuck together and we've been strong, but it's not been easy. And I do thank those of you out there who've given us support. But in this video, over in the description box, I'm going to put some information. Please pay attention to it. We need your help, guys. Thanks for listening to me rant, and I promise you one thing, you will hear more. Love you.